Okay, 2023 has definitely changed a lot of things for us.
Mm-hmm.
COVID changed some things for us too. Weddings in 2023.
Okay.
Okay. There's some new rules
All right.
to abide by. Number
Well,
one,
according to the
people that make the rules.
right.
No more engagement parties. We don't do that anymore. Okay. Again,
I don't think I've ever even been to
totally
an
up to you.
engagement party to begin with.
Right.
Have you?
No more outdoor summer weddings. I guess we're having them all indoors now.
See, I know a lot of people are still doing outdoor, but up here in this region where we are in
Right.
southeastern Ontario and northern New York, there's a lot of beautiful outdoor venues or like a lot of barn styles for the receptions. And then people get married outside, like overlooking a pond or some other backdrop. And then they have the reception under a big tent or inside. So
your closest friends, not you, should control the guest list. That's what they say.
Absolutely not.
Okay?
No. That'd be like saying only your mother controls your guest list. Do you want your mother in charge of your guest list?
Closest friends. Not
I'm
my
asking
mother.
you. Do you want your mother or your closest friend in charge of your guest list?
Let somebody else worry about that.
You just don't even want to go, though, so you don't count.
It's entirely fine to deny anyone a +1 for any reason. New rules. Okay.
For any reason?
That's what they say. Never say black tie optional. You have to choose. Either it is or it isn't.
No, I agree with that because then you could have such a disparity in people's. Like you could have somebody in like an evening gown and a tux, and then you can look over and somebody else can be in flannel and jean shorts that are cut off at the bottom, which I have no problem with. But if you're setting a tone, set the tone for everybody so they know.
It's fine to skip a wedding, but RSVP that early. Don't wait or just don't show.
Or don't not respond too, because a non-response and then you show up is worse because of how they've done their counting for food. They
say no kids. If kids are in the wedding, that's great. But when they're done, get them out.
I think it depends on the wedding. Is this, a casual backyard wedding with family and friends? Is it a second or third wedding? Is it a renewal of vows? Is it somebody who's been together 20 years, but they're finally making it official? I think kids are in the right prospect, but I think a lot of weddings, the kids should be there early and gone early if they're there because a lot of adults get a little wild later in the night.
If you have a destination wedding, then the gift is you don't have to do it at all. There's no gift. Don't get a couple of gift then.
No, I agree with that. And then if you get them a gift, that's on you, but it should not be expected or mentally required because you're paying to go to the event.
It's fine if somebody else wears white. That's okay. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares.
I disagree with that if they're in your wedding party. But if it's a guest, I mean, come on. Okay.
And lastly, no one has to walk you down the aisle.
They don't have to. If you have somebody you want to, I agree with that because you know what? People's lives and family have changed in this era. So why do you have to have somebody to quote give you away?
And thanks to COVID and things and times have changed. Wedding receptions to a lot of adults are kind of like that nightclub thing that we used to have back in the day that we don't really have anymore.
Yeah, that's their chance to have some drinks and shake their booty.
So choose your entertainment appropriately and think of your guests who are there. So if you have this great band that plays a lot of cover songs from the 70s, may not want to have that, not quite the same thing as the whole
or it might
club
fit
scene.
depending on your guest list.
Right.
It might fit perfectly, but you might have, because we've seen it too where somebody has a band earlier in the evening and then we DJ later where you got the lights popping and you got the bass going and people are having their drink in one hand and shaking their booty with the other hand, and we've DJ'd a fair few weddings and continue to do so for that very reason. It's fun to watch some people's dance moves.
It's true. Get more info
People watching
about
is fabulous.
Weddings in 2023. Now, Yes FM, Facebook,
Thank
Twitter,
you for the entertainment, people.
at 967 Yes FM and the Emergency Morning page at yesfm.com.